Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's episode is going to be my second update to my Dungeons & Dragons Project Pan. So if you want to see how our characters are doing in the story, what I may have rolled out, and what possibly may be rolling in, well then, keep watching. We're going to jump right into it. My name is Marie, and I am a beautiful mess. Here on my channel, I like to do project panning content, eyeshadow content, and any other makeup content that I can think of. So sit back, relax, and come on a magical makeup journey with me. So like I said, today's episode is my second update for my Dungeons & Dragons Project Pan. This project was created by Alicia Julian, also known as Wonder in Alleyland. And I was mistaken in my last episode. This project updates on the 15th of every month, which I'm actually on time for once. I'm shooting on the 15th. Yay! So this project revolves around Dungeons and Dragons, and I didn't think that I would be able to do this project until the wonderful Nikki Pearson came up with the idea of rolling a D20 for the amount of uses on her products. And I was like, I could do that for short-term use goals. So here we are. I've also decided to create a story thanks to that idea from Steph L, who is also doing this project. Don't really know a lot about Dungeons and Dragons, but I am really loving this project and loving creating a story. So where we last left our characters, we have Edwina, who is an elf rogue, had just rescued Valderin, a dragonborn bard, from the gelatinous cube. He had told her that he had lost his magical musical item, but has heard that if he goes to the Tomb of the Lost, he can find another one. So she decides to accompany him at his request. Along the way, they come across a beholder. So how are our characters doing? Have I met any goals this month? Let's start at the top and work our way down. So product number 1 corresponds to race. And last time we rolled in Dragonborn, thus Valderin. Dragonborn corresponds to a product with an embossing or print. So I decided to roll in my Essence Blush in the shade 70 Believing. The D20 told me that I had to use this 16 times. And since my last update, I've only used this twice. So I have 14 more times to go on this. This is actually the blush that I have on my face today, and I do absolutely love it. I just kind of forgot about it, which is why I only used it twice in this last month. But it really is a beautiful color. There it is right there. And really great for this time of the year, so I don't foresee a problem using this 14 more times in the next month. Product number 2 is Class, which last time I rolled in Bard, which corresponds to a music theme product. So Valderin is a dragonborn bard. The only item in my collection that had anything to do with music was my ColourPop Color Sticks in the shade Warm Up. Because what do you do before you start to sing? You warm up. Even though I had a Shadow Stick in this project already, this was the only thing I had, so I rolled it in and didn't think I was going to get many uses on it. There's the shade right there. Beautiful. Love it. I didn't think I was going to be able to use these up very much because my skin is finally starting to get back to normal, and all I want to do is put all of my eyeshadow palettes on my eyes. But I really got a great tip from Nikki Pearson, who suggested that I should try using these as eyeliner, and that has really helped me get uses not only on this one, but on the other one in the project as well. But we'll get to that. The goal I had on this one was to use it 13 times. Since the last update, I have used it 7 thanks to Nikki's suggestion. So I only have 6 more uses on this. So since race and class are linked together, I didn't meet either of my goals on that. So I won't be rolling anything new in for race or class. So no new character this month, you guys. Sadness. Product number 3 is a place to travel to, and I rolled in the Tomb of the Lost, which corresponds to a product that you forgot you owned. So I rolled in my gel eyeliner by Lethal Cosmetics in the shade Entity. And I forgot I owned this so hard that it became hard. The D20 told me that I needed to use this 4 times, and I wanted to see if I could revive this with Duraline, and I actually have been able to do that and been able to use it. Unfortunately, I only have 3 uses on this, so I have 1 more use on this, and this is actually the top eyeliner that is on my eyes today. It is a gray color that goes really well with ethereal pinky purple looks. So I'm gonna have to remember to break this out and show this some more love even after it's rolled out of the project. So goal not met on this. This is gonna be staying in another month. Product number 4 is a monster or a person that crosses your path. And last time I rolled in the Beholder, which I actually looked up what a Beholder is, and apparently it is one of the most menacing characters you can come across in Dungeons and Dragons. Oh boy. So the Beholder corresponds to a no pan left behind eyeshadow palette. So I chose to roll in my ColourPop on the list palettes. So this is what the color story looks like. Thought that this was really great to roll in for this time of the year, especially seeing as when I first bought this palette, I thought the flowers on the front were Christmas lights and, you know, thought this was a Christmas palette. So spring, Christmas, there's not much difference there, right? So the goal on this was to use this no pan left behind, and I did complete this goal. So this is gonna be rolling out, which is kind of counterintuitive to how difficult a Beholder is. So we'll see how I can weave that into the story. I did randomly generate the next prompt for myself and ended up with Commoner, which corresponds to a drugstore product. So I decided to roll in one of my favorite mascaras. This is the Maybelline, the Falsies Lash Lift Mascara. And even though I have a mascara in another project, I decided that it wouldn't be that big of a deal seeing as I'm using a D20 to tell me my uses on this. Let's go to the D20 and see how many times I'll be using this product. 8 times. 8 times. Okay, that's definitely doable. See, that's why I love this project. Thank you, Nikki, so much for making this project accessible for me with your ideas. And product number 5 is an item to help you on your journey. So in my intro, I rolled in the Bag of Holding, which corresponds to a product from your largest category, which for me is definitely eyeshadows. So at the time, I decided to roll in the Laura Mercier Caviar eyeshadow stick in the shade Strapless, because I don't give enough love to my eyeshadow sticks. The D20 told me that I had to use this 18 times. During the first month, I was able to use this 3 times. And during this last month, I used it 7 more times for a total of 10 times. So that means I have 8 more uses to go. Now that I'm using it as a lower lash eyeliner though, I have actually a combination of the ColourPop stick and this one on my under eyes today. I really love it in this way, and I'll probably continue to use them that way for the duration of this project and probably going forward. So thank you for the suggestion. So the only roll-in we have is the Maybelline mascara. So the story so far. So if you haven't caught any of my other updates, Edwina is an elf rogue who is traveling home to the Forbidden Forest. On her way, she comes across a gelatinous cube, which she dispatches. And inside the cube was Valderin, who is a dragonborn bard. She heals him from his scars because when a gelatinous cube eats you, you start getting burned by acid. So she was able to heal him. And in getting to know him, he tells her that he is a bard. He has lost his magical musical instrument, but hears that if he goes to the Tomb of the Lost, that he can get another one. Since she saved him, he asks her to please accompany him on the journey to the Tomb of the Lost, so she accepts. On the way, they start to hear rustling in the forest, so they decide to hide, and it's a good thing that they did because a beholder comes across them. As they're hiding, trying to figure out what they are going to do because they know they can't vanquish this monster, a commoner who has been lost in the woods stumbles across the path, looks up, and sees the beholder. They lock eyes and tune in next update to find out what happens. So thank you so much for spending some time with me today. You know I always love when you do. Don't forget, if you like what you see, to hit that like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. It lets YouTube know that you like my content and that other people with the same interests as you will like my content too. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.